Hello, this is Elizabeth with the Art of Cherishing Home. Today I'm going to be doing a cook with me video, and we're going to make a hearty vegetable stew. First off, I'm going to start off by cutting 3 green onions. You can substitute the green onions for leeks if you have leeks. This is what your green onion can look like. So I have 1 sweet onion. I'm going to use half of this onion. So as you can see, I have diced the onion. Right, I have 4 bella mushrooms that I'm going to chop up. As you can see, I have thinly sliced up the mushrooms as best I could. Now I have 3 carrots that I chopped the ends off and peeled. I'm going to head and chop these up. So your carrots can look something like this. So I have 4 potatoes right here that I'm going to peel. So now that I have my potatoes peeled, I'm going to cube them. As you can see, I've diced it up as best as I could. We like to do smaller bite sizes pieces, but if you like bigger chunks in your stew or soup, go ahead and do you. Alright, busted out my Dutch oven. I have my stovetop set to a low setting. I'm going to go ahead and use some avocado oil. You could use olive oil, it'd probably be better, but this is what I have. Alright, I went ahead and added the avocado oil. You're going to want to wait for the oil to heat up. I'm going to go add in the aromatic vegetables. So as you can see, I added in the yellow onion, green onion, mushrooms, and carrots. I'm going to go ahead and let this cook down before adding my seasoning and my flour and broth. Alright, now I'm going to add in my salt and pepper. Salt and pepper is to your taste, so you put as much or as little as you want. As you can see, I have added the salt and pepper in. Next, I'm going to be adding in garlic powder. You can skip this if you don't like garlic, or you can add in whole garlic, minced garlic, whatever you like. As you can see, I was pretty generous with the garlic powder because we like garlic. I gave that a good stir. Now I'm going to be adding in some celery seed. You can omit this if you don't have it. I gave a really good sprinkle. Next I'm going to go in with tarragon. As you can see, I was pretty generous with the amount of tarragon. Remember, this is your soup, so you put as much tarragon or as little tarragon as you like. I do have some fresh rosemary from my garden off to the side that I'm going to add in. Next, I'm going to be adding in about half a stick of butter so I can go ahead and brown some flour to thicken up the soup. I'm going to go ahead and give it a good stir. Next, I'm going to add in some flour. I have a scoop in here. I'm just going to give a generous scoop, maybe a little less generous, about that much flour. You can measure out your flour if that's what you want to do, but I'm kind of being lazy, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the flour, and I'm going to let this cook. As you can see, I went ahead and stirred it and it started thickening up. I am going to add a little bit more salt, pepper, and tarragon to the mix. I like to season in layers so that way everything kind of gets more flavor, and as always you should taste as you go so that way you don't put too much salt or too much pepper. Now I'm going to add in the potato to the mix. As you see, I gave it a good mix. Next, I'm going to add in Pacific Foods organic bone broth with unsalted chicken. I'm going to go ahead and add this in. I went ahead and added the whole container of bone broth in. You can use bouillon and water. You can use regular chicken broth. You can use water. You can use vegetable broth. It's whatever you have on hand. I have some heavy whipping cream that I need to use up, so I'm going to put about a cup of heavy whipping cream in. Baby. So I went ahead and added in the heavy cream. I used a cup. You can use more, as little as you like. No, it's heavy cream, baby.
Okay.
You're going to want your soup to start to bubble and boil, and make sure that the potatoes are fully cooked through. This would be really good with chicken, or you can add pancake mix to make dumplings. That would also be really good. That's another option. I am going to make fresh homemade bread and pair the soup with that. But it's really up to you what you would do. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.